Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. We're moving some windmills around, but unfortunately one of the propellers is missing. So we're going to talk to this guy, see if we can figure out a way to bring something back up from the surface. So you look like you need to get something off your chest. Sure do. We got a favor to ask. Yep. This guy's pretty good. So the old robot his grandpa used to tinker around with. Make fun of the crazy junk guy for believing in his grandpa's stupid stories, right? Well, get in line. I've heard it before. No, that's not why we're here. We actually believe you, bud. So yeah, we believe his stories too, of course. So, what's it called again? Oh, hey, that looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? We've seen a lot of those guys around. His name's Scrapper, which is an awesome name for a robot. May not be much to look at these days. He was an amazing robot once. You called him, he'd go anywhere and haul anything. But yeah, now it's just a busted old hunk of junk, pretty much. So we can get him working again with the extract from an ancient flower. It's like oil to this guy. And this is where you do actually need to have picked up an ancient flower while we were back in Lanayru Desert. If you didn't have one, you would be forced to go get one at this point. So just another good reason to pick those up. So there's slick, oily stuff coming out of its stem, which is kind of gross, but you know, I guess it works, so that's fine. And he's going to get right to work on him. So yeah, you can see that's definitely a form of the Lanayru Desert robots we came across. So, alright, looks like he's finished. Whoa! Oh, nice, he's got a propeller. That's awesome. And he flies around. I would probably do the same thing. Just kind of fly around and spin. He looks so happy. So, he's got a full tank of energy. He's ready to carry anything. Sounds good. Huh? Who's this green-clad individual of small stature? Yeah, get used to Scrapper. Just keep giving me the churros. Go on, say thank you. Well then, I extend my reluctant thanks to you in a gesture of obligatory gratitude. Yeah, he's gonna kind of sass us quite a bit, so just get used to him. He'll grow on you, I promise. I'm not inclined to offer assistance. Serving children is very low on my task priority. Alright, I could beat you up, man. What are you talking about? So, of course, fire comes out. Materials from the windmills have yielded a signal you may search for with dowsing. So there we go. Of course, that's added to our list. Now it'll be possible to carry the item in your pouch and return to the sky, which is weird considering I'm carrying like bombs and a slingshot and a giant wind-blowing machine. Why can't I fit a propeller in there too? I don't know, but that's how it goes. So yeah, it looks like Scrapper's kind of taking a liking to Fi here. So at your request, I will carry anything, regardless of weight or destination. Fi doesn't know what to say to that. Alright, so we now have the means to bring the stuff back. Alright. So he won't help us, but he'll help Fi, and we're Fi's master, so I guess that kind of works. And of course, this is going to be his name for us, Master Short Pants, which I kind of like. Alright, so we've got Scrapper to agree to help us, so how do you plan to recover all that stuff? So they give us kind of a number of ways to sort of figure out where we need to go next. We could ask the fortune teller. We, of course, also have dowsing, so that would help out a little bit. I'm not going to use either of them because it turns out we've actually seen this already. So it's kind of that's kind of an interesting thing. If you remember, actually, yeah, let's just go ahead and kind of wait till we're closer to it, and then we'll get a little more in depth. If you think back and you remember it, then that's good. You're good at Zelda games. But, alright, I'm looking for... Well, we can just hop off and then fly around. I was going to try to look for a closer jump-off point, but that's fine. Okay, so let's take to the sky once again. Now, the direction we're heading, as you can see, we are heading towards the red beam of light. So there's your first hint. It's going to be in the volcano region. So get those thinking caps on and see if you can remember. Okay, so our preferred descent area is going to be at the temple entrance. Let's do it. And once we get there, that might jog your memory even more. So let's drop. Okay, now where we're going to head from here is over to this area to the left. Is it coming back yet? Because it should. And we're going to, actually we don't have to save up our stamina. Let's just drop down to this little section over here, and you can actually already see it there on the ledge. Yes, we examined this before. I kind of pointed it out, said we couldn't really do anything with it. Well, now we can, so let's check it out. And this is the Windmill Propeller you were searching for. It's now possible to retrieve this using Scrapper. So yeah, call the robot. Let's do it. It's fortunate that she can send word to the robot using telepathic transmission, because we didn't bring him with us or anything, so... So down he goes. Like he said, he'll go anywhere and carry anything, so that's good. I kind of like the music that accompanies him too. It's so joyful. All right, so yeah, we want you to carry this. Hey, Master Short Pants, you're in my way here. Master Short Pants. All right, and he's gonna be waiting for us up in the sky. So, well, we got what we came here for, and that's pretty much it. So, we also return to the sky, collect the propeller as soon as possible, of course. Alright, so there's our quick little visit back to the Elden Volcano region. It was just, like a minute or so, but, well, it's cool to see it again, I guess. Well, that was really close. That stamina bar was entirely empty. Alright, so let's head back to the sky again. Tell you, all these bird statues all over the place are really convenient. And it's things like this that make really good reasons for you to make sure to check every single bird statue along the way. I know I've said it before, but you will have to come back to these places, so it's good to be able to pick any point you want. And you can see Scrapper is now following behind us. He does a pretty good job of keeping up, though I imagine he would get a little bit far behind as we go through one of these little booster things. But see, he keeps up pretty well. And all we need to do is head back in the general area of Skyloft, and it'll pretty much take over from there, so we don't even have to dive ourselves. And you can see we're going to be dropped off right next to the windmill. And there we go, he's got our propeller. Nice. He just throws it on the ground. So, from Mistress Fi, he'll travel to any destination. Not for Master Short Pants, though. So yeah, this guy's surprised about a couple things. One, the robot, and the windmill propeller. I think it's supposed to have fallen down below the clouds. Somehow I get the feeling this is all some elaborate prank, but I guess I'll try to fix it. Yeah, might as well, because it's here. Alright, so he cranks a few clicks, hammers, and there we go. Alright, and of course that's his wife calling. Might have promised my wife I'd fix our cupboard. I swear that woman's always looking for somebody. If you remember, I believe he is the father of Kukiel, so she is kind of always looking for somebody, because remember we had to find her early on in the game as well. Alright, so this windmill is now functional. We can finally complete the puzzle that we had started. Unfortunately, this one takes a little longer because you can only rotate it one direction. So we're going to have to kind of wait for it to go around here. And then when it gets close, we'll just stop here, and it should carry it the rest of the way. There we go. Sweet. Caused something to happen up at the light tower. Cool. So, of course, if you couldn't figure it out, we are going to be heading back over there. And, well, my stamina just, like, suddenly dropped really quick. That was weird. Alright, so yeah, there's Fledge again. He's pretty much going to be wanting to talk to us the rest of the game. Like, every time you see him, he's got some kind of bubble over his head. Alright, so let's climb up to the top of the light tower here. We're too cool to climb ladders the right way. We gotta hop up them. Okay, so you can see we've got this whole kind of platform here, this mirror-looking thing. It's kind of neat. You can also check out the stone tablet. Let's sound the goddess's song beneath the light's radiance. Unto her chosen hero shall fall a piercing ray of guidance. So, if you couldn't guess from that, we're going to be using the harp again. So let's just start playing. And it'll kind of automatically start this sequence up. And of course, the idea is, much like before, we're going to have to kind of play with the pulsing light here. So, Fi is going to accompany us this time. Let's get to it. Alright, so that was pretty cool. A couple of things. One, Fi looks hilarious when she sings. Second, I'm no harp player, but I'm pretty sure it takes more than just kind of waving your fingers back and forth alongside the strings to make different sounds, you know. Pretty sure you've got to do a little bit more than that, but either way, we got the job done. You can see it sent this beam of light into the little cloud circle here. So for the first time, we're actually going to be able to head in there soon, and that's actually our next destination, so it's pretty cool. Oh, I actually took falling damage. Well, that's kind of dumb, but oh well. Okay, so that pretty much completes what we need to do here along Skyloft. We've solved the puzzle, and we've kind of opened the way forward into the next area. However, there is actually one more side thing that we want to take care of before we actually head off in that direction. So let's go ahead and hop off and get to it. It's actually pretty close by. It won't take too long to get to, and we've actually kind of been out that way before as well. So let's take a look at the map, and where we're going to head is this little colorful island over here. Those of you who have played this before have many fond memories with this island, I'm sure, but that's actually where our next side quest is going to be. And this is also actually going to open up a mini game we're going to have to play for a heart piece, so quite a bit is involved with this little piece of land over here. It's kind of flying all over the place there. It's kind of cool. Alright, so like I said, it's a pretty quick flight over here. It doesn't take too long. And drop off. And this side quest opens up as soon as you fix Scrapper. You can see this guy's looking kind of down over here. Let's get a good look at the sad face. Oh, look at the guy. He's so sad. Still kind of weird looking though. So it's all over. What's wrong, buddy? The party wheel he had pinned to his back flew off the island and fell down below the clouds. So you can see why this gets unlocked after you fix Scrapper. So obviously the quest is going to be to find his missing party wheel. It fell down below the clouds, so I should just give up on it. Yeah, look for it, bud. Come on, you can't just give up. Yeah, well, I guess he has a point, yeah. But fortunately, our dowsing ability can be calibrated to do that. But we can either choose to set it or not. I'm just going to say no. You can still complete the quest, but it just kind of saves the time of the whole dowsing animation thing. Think of the smiles on the children's faces. Always appeal to the children. That's nice. Alright, so if we want to, we can... Actually, no, we can't douse because I didn't set it. But it turns out it's kind of easy to sort of figure out which area it's going to be in anyway. Because, you know, really, which one is the closest to this island? I mean, look, you can kind of guess. So, yeah, we are going to head over to the Lanayru Desert region. So it's just a quick little hop, skip, and a jump over here. Okay, so our preferred descent area this time, there are actually quite a few around here, but we're going to go to the desert entrance. This is pretty much kind of, like it says, the entrance to what was basically the kind of the second area we came to. Like, not the introduction, but when we actually got out to the wide open desert. So just for a little point of reference there. And yeah, we're back in Lanayru Desert. It seems like we were just here, you know, not too long ago. Alright, so what we're going to do is bomb this pile of rocks over here on the side. And you can guess what that's going to reveal. Yes, more time shift stone work. Awesome. Alright, so we get this thing activated and it'll transform the area. That would also be your ticket back into the introduction area from here, which we're not going to do. What this will do is cause some vines to appear on the side, and we're going to kind of follow this side path. You could have checked this out before, but again, you wouldn't have been able to actually carry the party wheel back or do anything with it. But if you were paying attention and actually did take this path, then you could actually see the party wheel there. You just wouldn't be able to do anything with it, much like the Windmill Propeller. So we drop down, you can already see it. Wow, that was really close. You can already see it at the edge of the path here, so let's check it. And it's really fortunate, actually. I like the highly unusual man on Fun Island says was lost. It's really fortunate, actually, that it landed right here. If it would have been just like a few feet off to the side, it would have fell in that pit and probably would have been gone forever. But as luck would have it, it's sitting right here, so Scrapper's going to get some more work. Sure did. This place seems strangely familiar. It's kind of reminiscing because he was, most likely made here. So that's kind of cool. You just sit tight and stay out of my way, Master Short Pants. Again with the short pants thing. Come on. What's wrong with my pants? I like my pants. Alright, so you know the drill. Once we take this thing up, we're going to have to go back up to the sky and then deliver it to the guy who lost it. So, unfortunately, this one's a little bit of a walk. You can either go back along that path, or just kind of go along the side here. It kind of takes about the same amount of time either way. Just kind of shield yourself from that guy there. Because you kind of have to walk around this whole mountain thing, and actually, I think walk up here. Yeah, it's not exactly easy to find, so it takes about the same amount of time as it would just, crawling back along that cliff. Okay, so back up to the sky. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so we land back here on Fun Island again. The guy's still sad, but that's okay, because we've got something for you, pal. Yep. Here's your wheel thing. And once again, I love how Scrapper does this. Just toss it on the ground. Yes, it is. It's your party wheel. I don't know, this guy's kind of cool. I kind of like him. He's weird, but, I do kind of like him. So yeah, we have definitely brightened his day. He'll let us be the first customer, and like I said, once you complete this quest, it will actually open up a minigame, which you do need to do to get a heart piece. And that's also one that a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with, and I'm actually pretty excited to let you know that there is actually a way to kind of manipulate it. It's not all necessarily based on luck. So let's go ahead and get to it. The first time that we do it, yeah, he's all happy that he's open. But yeah, this time he's gonna let us play our first game for free. Free is so much more fun than pay, of course. So he's gonna tell us about the rules. We're gonna be shot out of a cannon. We have to dive onto a rotating board, land on a space, get rupees. Yeah, if we land on the loser space, he takes rupees. He says it's a game of luck, but I'm gonna try to prove him wrong. So we have to go through, yeah, there are fortune rings and dodo balls. If we pass through one of the fortune rings, we'll increase the score multiplier. It all sounds a little bit complicated, but it's actually very, very simple, especially once you get in it and you kind of see what all's going on. So yeah, sounds like fun. Let's give it a try. No, please do not explain the rules one more time. Alright, so once we say we're ready, he's going to kind of open up this cannon hatch here, which we are, of course. I'm going to take the beacon off because that's a little distracting. So there we go, get rid of that. And we hop in the cannon and this begins the game. So we're going to get a countdown and get shot up into the air. There we go, just like that. And you can see at the top we have a question mark, which is for our final rupee amount. And we have a bunch of rings and a bunch of big, giant purple spinning balls. So what you want to do is go through the rings and avoid the balls. With each ring you go through, your multiplier will increase to 4, 6, 8, and 10. And to get the heart piece, you need to get all 10 of the fortune rings. Whoa, that was kind of close. That can be a little tricky sometimes, depending on where they're placed. And we also want to land on the big 50 rupee space there. So we get that. I'm going to go about here. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that would have been so awesome if I got on the first try. You can see how close I was, though. Like I said, it's not entirely a game of luck. So yeah, we landed on the loser space, which unfortunately the 50 rupee space is surrounded by, so he takes 10 more of our rupees. That's just kind of how it goes. So yeah, this time we're going to have to pay, and it is 20 rupees a go, so it can take a little bit of money sometimes if you're not very good at this. Alright, so it's going to open the cannon once again, and now I can kind of try to explain a little bit about how you can influence this game in certain ways. So let's get shot up again. Really going through the rings is, once you get good at it, is really not too much of a problem. Just make very slow, controlled movements, unless you like really need to dash out of the way. The problem is you lose a lot of control if you go really fast like that. Otherwise, you fall pretty slowly, and you've got quite a bit of time to get where you need to go. So just make sure to avoid everything. Also remember the rings are spinning as well. It looks pretty slow, but I promise they are. And now once you hit the 10th ring, look where the 50 rupee spot is. Right there, and aim about 2 spaces behind it. Okay, see that one ended up... still got it anyway, because I was able to correct, but since I didn't have to move much, it went a little bit slower. But you generally, once you get all 10 rings, just kind of aim relatively close to where the 50 rupee space is, and if you have to make fast movements, it'll kind of end up behind, but if you can just slowly float down, it'll kind of end up ahead. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to explain, but once you do it a few times, you'll start getting a feel for it. But just, it's not all about luck, I promise. As you can see, we got it on the second try, and since we got our 10 multiplier, we got our 50 rupee space, we win 500 rupees from this, and also he's going to give us our prize, which of course I already said is a piece of heart, and you do have to get all 10 of the rings and land on the 50 rupee space to get that. So, like I said, for a lot of people who actually do think the game is based on luck, that one can be tricky. But with enough practice, you learn to get pretty good at it. I mean, I can land on either the loser space or the 50 rupee space pretty much every time, assuming I get the 10 times multiplier. So this is actually where I like to go to kind of get money. At this point, now that this game is open, my money troubles are basically over. So, yeah, this is kind of it's a fun little mini game. I like it. A lot of people hate it, but once you know how to do it, I'd imagine you'd like it too, because you can get some pretty decent money out of it. Okay, so now that we have our, see, you get a lot of rupees from it too. We're back up to 900 already. So, let's go ahead and hop off. We finished basically all the side quests there are to do at this point in the game. Now that we finished that one, we're back up to, I think we're over 40 gratitude crystals now. So we do actually want to stop by Betrot's place real quick, because we can pick up a couple of rewards. So before we head to our destination inside that giant cloud sphere, we are going to head back to Skyloft real quick and get our reward from Betrot. Okay, so we're back at Betrot's house, as you can see, and we are now ready to turn in some more gratitude crystals. So we're going to get 2 rewards. We're going to get one for being at 30, and we're going to get a second one for being at 40. The first reward is a big wallet, so now that actually, it will increase our rupee capacity by 500. Currently we have 900 in extra wallets and then a 500 regular wallet, so this will add 500 more. And we're going to get our second reward here. So he's got another appallingly insufficient reward, but we're going to get another 300 rupees. So that's pretty good. It's kind of nice that they give you the wallet before the rupees, you know, so you wouldn't run out of space and then get more space. That would be kind of mean. And this time, whenever we return our reward, and you get this at the 30 gratitude crystal mark, if I remember right, we're going to have a chest show up. He's going to beg us not to open it. So there's something unspeakable inside. What is it? The chest contains the infamous evil of the dreaded cursed metal. Carry it with us. We'll find more rupees than ever before. We'll have better chances of discovering treasure. Actually, that sounds kind of handy. I don't know what's so bad about this. That does sound pretty enticing. However, it gets worse. Any poor soul who holds that metal will find himself unable to open his pouch. So yeah, that can be a little bit tricky. We can't use any potions and we can't change shields. So I must never think of it again. Well, screw you. I'm gonna open it. I don't care about your curses. And yes, it does have the cursed metal. Rupees and treasures appear more often. Also carries a curse to prevent your pouch from opening. Eek! Even the description guy is surprised. So, let's talk to him about it. Now you've done it. You opened it, didn't you? Human desire is an insatiable, fearsome thing, even to a demon. That's also what makes us so intriguing. So it'll only happen while we're carrying the metal. So it's not so bad. It's not like it's always in effect. But, yeah, I'm pressing the button. You can also see I don't have a shield equipped anymore. because I am actually holding the cursed metal right now, so there's really nothing I can do about it. Which, in that regard, does kind of make it not worth it, if you ask me. I mean, because I do like to use the shield bash quite a lot, and, you know, if you ever need potions or anything in any of your bottles, then you'd have to get rid of it. So, we are going to stop by the item check real quick and kind of just drop it off. So, it's never really going to come out of item check. It's just kind of, you know, it's something to get, so I might as well. Okay, I was actually about to miss this because I am going to drop it off. I bet you're here just to check me out, right? Well, don't make a habit of it. No, just here to drop some stuff off. Okay, so now that we've dropped off the cursed metal, we can once again reopen our pouch and equip our sacred shield. And that's about all there is to do. So let's head into that sphere of clouds. That's, of course, going to be our next destination. We'll get to see some new areas, some new stuff, including a new area we can fly in. So that's pretty cool. Fortunately, we can just follow the light beam here. Now, along the way, these tornadoes will pop up from time to time. It's no big deal if you do actually run into them. I think it just throws you off the bird, and you can just immediately press down to call it again. So, if anything, it's just kind of more of a time waster than anything. It's also kind of annoying to have to fly around them all the time. But that's just part of the deal, I guess. All right, so let's get right in the beam of light. We're right in the center of it. It's kind of cool. And we can head into a new area. So this is the Thunderhead, as you can see at the top, and there's going to be these things flying around. Believe it or not, they can actually attack you. This is really the first area where you have like these kind of flying enemies that will actively go after you. There are some Octoroks in the actual Sky region. If you want, you can kill them by dashing into their tail. It's kind of hard to do sometimes, but a lot of times you just do it by luck. Eventually, if you just kind of let it go, they will leave you alone before too long, so you can just kind of keep going. Now, if we check on our map, there is actually, you can see what's inside the central area here. There is actually a chest we can be picking up, so this is one of those that we grabbed early on. I think it was actually one in the Elden Volcano that showed up here, but now we can finally get to it. So let's go ahead and drop off. And yeah, this huge kind of central island in the middle here is definitely our destination. There's a couple smaller islands here and there. Some of them will be used. I think some of them won't. But we will be visiting pretty much all of them at some point. So there's kind of one with a rainbow there. That's one definitely to keep in mind for later. All right, so now we actually have to figure out a... Whoa, okay, I was way high up. I thought I was much lower than that. So, yeah, you can kind of see there are these broken pieces of a bridge leading to the main central island there. And this is what we're going to be working with straight away. So, yeah, we get a little scene kind of showing where we are. And you can see that beam of light leads straight to this tower. I think Fide's going to tell us a little... Yeah, she has memories of this island. It's known as the Isle of Songs. It was left here for us. Wow, how convenient. So we're going to have to investigate the area to find our way in. So we're going to have to solve a little bit of a puzzle here in order to find our way in. This stone slab is going to give us a bit of a hint. Rotate the center pedestal to complete the bridge. So it's pretty simple. However, we have this kind of set of switches over here that we're going to need to manipulate certain things. First things first, we're going to hit the right side. You can see that'll cause one of the walls over there to come up. And then we're going to be pushing the center pedestal around. And you can see that'll move kind of all of these things, as well as the giant platforms on the outside. Now, we want to push this until the middle one and the inner one line up, like that, as you can see. Now we're going to switch over to the center switch. And that'll free up our two things to move. So we just keep pushing this here. And you can see the outside one is now blocked. So we can push these around until they line up, like that. And then we can hit the right switch again. And push it one more time, and that'll complete the bridge. So it's a pretty simple puzzle. Even basically just randomly messing around, you could probably figure it out before too long. So once we line all those up, the bridge will, of course, make our way across. And then we have a little hole we can crawl into. I don't know why this place doesn't have a door. It just has a hole we can crawl into. I guess when the goddess left it, she thought some really, really short guy was going to be the hero, but nope, just me. So we have this really interesting looking place here. It goes up so high, you can't really even see the ceiling. And there's all these patterns around and stuff. So it's a pretty cool looking place. Also, You can kind of make out a Triforce Emblem right there. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. But of course, we've seen this crest before. We know what to do. Yep, and Fi has more information. When we struck the crest, message from the goddess awakened within her memory, intended this message for us. So let's hear it. Also, the singing statue I think is hilarious. So he who seeks the sacred flames, listen well. Sacred flames are 3 in number, of course. Also, we have to earn the relics known as the 3 sacred gifts. A lot of 3s. So for each trial, we should be blessed with one of the gifts. Make use of the power, and you will find your way to the purifying sacred flames. Bestow upon you a melody, it will serve you as a key, opening the first trial that awaits you deep in the wilds of Faron Woods. And that song is Furor's Courage. Cool. So of course we're invoking the names of the 3 goddesses. So there we go. We learned our next new song. And we have to overcome the trials set before us, obtain the 3 gifts to reach the flames, and we can now use the dowsing ability to search for the gate leading to the first trial. And of course we're going to head out to Faron Woods. So there we go. We have our next kind of set of 3 objectives here. We've got some trials that we're going to be passing that's going to give us a power to find some flames. So yeah, it's going to be quite involved. But yeah, we have our dowsing ability. Oh, where is it? I can't tell. I guess I should go outside the only available exit. Thanks, dowsing. That's very helpful. So yeah, we learned Furor's Courage. Again, it's kind of unfortunate that you can't just like play the songs in any given time. Like, you can take out the harp. But he just kind of plays, you know. He actually, I believe, does play chords kind of corresponding with the background music. See, it kind of goes pretty well with the theme that's playing. No, I didn't mean to call Fi. No, go away. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, we learned our next song, and that's going to open our way to revisit the 3 areas, which is kind of where one of my first few gripes comes in with the game. We will kind of be visiting new places within those areas, but actually I'm going to go back out and hit up the bird statue in here, because this is where we're going to stop it. But, you know, you do visit new areas within those 3 places, but it's still just the same 3 places, so it kind of gets a little repetitive here and there, but we've reached a bird statue, and this is a pretty good place to go ahead, save, and quit. So next time we will make our way towards Faron Woods and see if we can find that first trial gate. Until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.